right.
And that's the Spirit of God.
That's what motivated us, is the Spirit of God. Hold that real quick. Give me John chapter 6 and verse 63. The Spirit of God motivated us to change our lives, to stop being whoremongers, to stop smoking weed, to stop hating our brothers, to stop being destructive to our people and to our community, to start being better fathers. The Spirit of God made us do that.
I've been patiently waiting, but Satan came to me with a plan. I said, nah, man, better never see you again. My people in this land, and we're trying.
I got a chance to speak to you a little bit. I want to give you a little bit of understanding as well. So now, give me that in Deuteronomy. So now, all that edification that just came out, right? We are a lost people. So now, you see how small it is? It's not a lot of people right here that's learning. That's because we need men like y'all to help us branch out and go further, right?
Right.
Y'all stay in y'all's sins. Y'all ain't gonna never take on Christ and take on righteousness. Y'all gonna always stay in a destroyed state. Y'all gonna be the ones that we sent to and not the ones that's supposed to go out and help the people come back to God. So now, without us having a true understanding of this book, we're gonna be destroyed people. And that means generation after generation after generation. Y'all understand? Give me that Deuteronomy 28:15. If God set a standard for us and we fail, we stop following the word. We had so many men give us lies, teach us lies, religions and all of that, right? And we sat back and said, you know what? I'm done with this Bible. I'm done with the God of this Bible. I'm finished with it. But God left instructions for you to not stay in that mindset. Read what you got.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15.
Bring it on.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So if y'all walk away after all that y'all done just learned, the things, the wonderful edification that the officer was just bringing out and teaching y'all, right? If y'all walk away, it's curses set for y'all for that. Watch this.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
You don't listen and start changing your lives, brothers. Read.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day.
And his what?
And his commandments, and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
So God said, today is the day you're learning about who you are. Read.
That all these curses,
All these what?
curses, shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So now your life and everything that you do shall be a curse after that. That's how serious we got to change, brothers.
Right.
We got our wives waiting on us. We got our children waiting on us. We got the nation of God and the children of God waiting on us as the black men, the prophets of God, to raise back up the wisdom of God so that they can have salvation.
Right.
That's how powerful our job is. Real quick, give me that in Jeremiah chapter 1 and verse 5. I got to show y'all's position was already written in the Bible. Your job is to be a prophet of God.
That's right.
Y'all got to go and change and do the work. Read what you got.
Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5.
Bring it on.
Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee.
See that? What did he say? He said, before you was in your mother's belly, before you was in your father's rod, he said, he what?
I knew thee.
Your job was already ordained for you to do. And so we've been derelict on our duties. We have turned away from God. That's why now we live a cursed life. Y'all brothers got to make a change. Read.
And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations.
And that's what you see standing before you now.
That's
the
right.
men that recognize that wisdom, and now we allow the Spirit of God to dwell in us so that we can be a what? A prophet unto our nation.
That's
You
right.
understand? Real quick, Jeremiah chapter 3 and verse 15.
Bring it out.
We are prophets sent by God. We are not no more of those three-piece suit, gator shoes, extravagant clothes pastors no more. We are the men who taking on the word of God and live it in spirit and in truth. We are trying to be the examples for brothers like yourselves so that we can empower y'all to take on the responsibility as well of being prophets. Because you're already that. You just ain't studied and learned yet. Read.
Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 15. And I will give you pastors according to mine heart.
See that? We have the heart of God. Because we teaching you what? salvation, the kingdom of heaven, keeping the commandments of God. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not hate your brother in your heart. Thou shalt keep the Sabbath day holy. You got a dress code. You got certain things that you're responsible to know so that you can be responsible.
Bring it on,
you understand? Read.
Which shall feed you with knowledge.
What are we doing?
Feeding you with knowledge.
We're giving you the knowledge of God. Now give me that in Malachi chapter 2. We have to teach our brothers and our sisters and our children. I talked to your son over there for a second, and I told him, yeah, take your headphone off, bro, and learn what your father learning. Guess what he did? He took his headphone off one ear and he's listening. You understand? Because when a father and a son agree, how powerful would that be to have two prophets keeping the laws of God in one house? You know what I'm saying? He told me your wife died, his mama died. He told me that. So now you got a bigger child than what you know. Read.
I got 3.
You got 3 kids. That's what I'm saying. Read.
Malachi chapter 2 verse 7.
Teaching, we bringing out the knowledge of God. Watch this. Read.
For the priest's lips should keep knowledge.
So you can't go out here and start espousing to the people yet because you don't know the knowledge yet. You have an understanding. But when you get with your brothers who already love you, we was already born to love our own. You understand? And y'all are our own. If y'all gonna put on righteousness, y'all automatically our brother. And y'all automatically the children of God.
That's
automatically. But if you stay in the midst of sin and you continue to destroy yourself with your own thoughts and you do your own things, you will not be the children of God. You will be destroyed. Read.
For the priest's lips should keep knowledge.
So we got to tell you who we are. That's why we was brought out here this morning to begin with. Read.
And they should seek the law.
They should do what?
Seek the law at his mouth.
So what we've been bringing out is teaching y'all the laws of God. Real quick, give me that in 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 16. Because I know this is a stronghold on our people, right? So when it comes to smoking, who gonna be honest out here? Who smoke?
I smoke every day.
You smoke every day. You smoke every day. You see that? But the Spirit of the Lord told us to cast it down before y'all even confess it. Read what you got.
1 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 16.
This is the knowledge and the laws of God. Read.
Know ye not that ye are the temple of God?
So we taught you to keep the Sabbath day. We told you to put on fringes, right? He said your temple should represent who? It should represent God. So that means your mind should represent God, right? So you smoke. Do your son smoke? So you okay with him sinning? Because that's a sin. You understand that, right? That's what we read. So now we're going to start again from the top. We're going to slow it down. Read.
Know ye not that ye are the temple of God?
Who's the ye, brothers? Who's the ye? He said, know ye not that ye are the temple of God. The Israelites.
That's right. That's right.
No other nation can claim this wisdom. Nobody else should be even teaching and touching and holding this book. Y'all was already ordained to do it.
That's right.
All we doing is just finishing what the Lord already planted in y'all to begin with.
That's right.
And that's the Spirit of God.
That's what motivated us, is the Spirit of God. Hold that real quick. Give me John chapter 6 and verse 63. The Spirit of God motivated us to change our lives, to stop being whoremongers, to stop smoking weed, to stop hating our brothers, to stop being destructive to our people and to our community, to start being better fathers. The Spirit of God made us do that.
So it is you must always have your mind thinking forwardly. That's why the scripture's saying what it's saying. Read it again, Captain.
Where there is no vision,
If you don't have the vision to think beyond where you are,
the people perish.
you will perish. You understand? So we must continue to move forward.
That's right. All is well. Read.
John chapter 6 verse 63. It is the Spirit that quickeneth.
It's the Spirit that's going to change you. So when you find yourself doing better, when you start seeing yourself smoke less, it's the Spirit of God that's dwelling in you, that's convicting you and telling you, I shouldn't do that.
That's right.
When you find yourself guarding your words, when somebody around you is saying something that deserves to be cussed out, the Spirit will have you hold those words back, and you'll think first before you destroy yourself.
Bring it out.
You'll honor God with your words and with your actions before you become a nigger or a Negro and do the wrong or say the wrong thing.
That's right.
That's the Spirit teaching you. Read.
It is the Spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing.
But if you don't guard your words, if you don't change, if you do still speak like a Negro, a nigger, right? If you do get out the Spirit, get angry and do things that ain't godly, your flesh is running your life. You have addicted the Spirit of God in you. And the more and more you do that, the more you become lost from God. And lost from His laws. Lost from His righteousness. But the word righteous was only created for you.
That's right.
You're the only ones that could ever be righteous. Read.
The words that I speak unto you.
So that means the Bible got to become important. Because it can't be where the Bible is closed, but you become wise. No, you got to learn this Bible. He said, the words that I speak unto you, read.
They are spirit.
They are what?
Spirit. And they are life.
And without them, we are dead. Like the officer brought out in Romans chapter 6, verse 23. The wages of sin is what? Death. The actions that you have without knowing who you are and applying this Bible, your ways will recoup nothing for you but death. I see you, my brother, over there. You got time? Come on over. I'd like to talk to you as well. Right? The ways we have to change, right? Because guess what? Everybody think they know something. Everybody think they got something to hold on to. But why is not our communities changing if we know so much? If the church was really teaching righteousness, how come there ain't so many of our children and our grandchildren and our wives and daughters doing better? Why do you seem like they're getting worse? Because it's not enough prophets like y'all to stand and be the example for them.
That's right.
That's why. These women don't come already perfect, brother. You come defiled because you done turned your back, and she's going to be even worse than you. And until you change, it's going to continue to just get worse. So will your children. And at some point, you ain't going to need them no more. They ain't going to need you no more, and everything is lost.
What is a nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation